Welcome to Up to the Minute. I'm Todd Duplantis. It is hashtag Finally Friday. Good to have you with us on the show. We've got a great show lined up for you. For the next half hour, your HCC news and information, and then some. We're also going to take you out to Greece in a little while, so stick around for that. Parrish Murphy joining me from the HCCTV studios this morning. Parrish, how are you doing on this Friday?
Wonderful. I woke up this morning. It's always a good day. Beautiful.
That's
day.
Always a good day. Yeah,
always a good day.
That is right. Always, and it's good. Friday as well.
That's even a plus. How about that?
There you go. Hey, I just want to let everybody know we appreciate you joining us on Facebook Live and YouTube. We weren't here yesterday, but we're here most mornings at 10 a.m. You can watch Up to the Minute live, but you can also watch us anytime in social media, Parrish, and we're on HCCTV as well.
Absolutely. We're live on the Houston Community College District Facebook page, also on YouTube, and also we're on Twitter, LinkedIn, Instagram, and we're on HCCTV at noon, 5 p.m. and 10 p.m. Monday through Friday.
That's right. Okay, Parrish, stick around because you're going to be going to Greece. We're going to let you.
How about that?
How about that? We've got Katherine Rhodes Fields join. If you remember, she was on the show. I think you were on the topic or maybe the show a couple of months ago, and we talked about being in Greece, and you're in Greece today. You're doing an Artist-in-Residency program. Welcome to the show.
Thank you so much. I'm happy to be here.
Yeah, so we're looking forward to hearing about your trip over there. How much longer are you going to be out there, Katherine?
Well, I will be here in Skopelos until Wednesday, and then I'm heading back to Athens and then on to Crete, and then back to Athens and then to Delphi, and I'll be back in the States on the 22nd of June.
Wow, you've got a busy road ahead of you. All right, we're looking forward to hearing and seeing about your trip. Very exciting. We'll be with you in about 10 minutes. Parrish will be talking to you then. Okay, we're going to kick things off a little different. We're going to be featuring one of our HCC physics and astronomy professors. She's got some out-of-the-world ideas, such as space hitchhikers. That's right. Welcome to the show, Irina Mullins. You are a physics and astronomy professor with our Academic Center of Excellence. Welcome to the show.
Thank you. Thank you for inviting me.
Yeah, so I'm very interested in your theory because you've been published in the International Journal of Astrobiology by Cambridge University Press. I actually saw your article on Vice magazine. It picked up the article as well. And it's a theory that talks about extraterrestrial civilizations that are actually hitching a ride on planets that are mobile. Boy, have I got questions for you. Tell us a bit about that first off on this theory.
Well, first of all, you know that scientists have searched for extraterrestrial civilizations for more than 60 years.
Right.
And with the exception for the WOW signal, we have not detected any radio signals coming from other civilizations. And then scientists also try to look for other technosignatures. Technosignatures are any signs of technologies of extraterrestrial civilizations. So they didn't find technosignatures. And the primary trend is to look for technosignatures, to look for extraterrestrials in the habitable zone of their planetary system. So the place that's the most comfortable for life. And what I was writing in my research paper, I proposed that SETI should be expanded to look for civilizations that are not just living comfortably in their habitable zone, but those civilizations that actually migrate. For example, if their star is dying, or if there are any other reasons they just want to expand their civilization, they will leave the planetary system, they will travel somewhere else, which is when they're on the move, it may be easier to detect them than when they're sitting comfortably on their home worlds, which is why we should expand and look not just for civilizations in their homes, but also migrating among the stars.
Let me ask you this, because, there are standard theories about how man evolved. There are standard theories on how we all got here. And it seems like whenever someone comes out with an alternate theory, that traditional academia just kind of throws it to the side because it goes against the grain. With an idea like yours, have you faced any pushback from academia on saying, well, wait a second here, you're throwing out a theory that we don't necessarily support, so we're going to negate it?
Well, there are two parts. One, what I'm proposing is sort of like a new trend, and I'm not the only one of scientists who question the search for extraterrestrial civilizations in their home planetary systems. For example, there have been hypotheses that when civilizations become more advanced, they blend in with the environment. It's more difficult to find them. And there have been other theories proposing maybe extraterrestrials will travel to other stars when they're placing close when they're flying very close to their home planetary systems. So that's not the only first one. The question is, how would they travel? That's what I'm proposing, that they may use free-floating planets. And when I was doing this research, I contacted actually 5 astronomers who are top professional astronomers in the field of search for extraterrestrial civilizations. And 4 of them replied, this is a very interesting idea. This is a fresh idea. We encourage you to do research and to publish it. So there was no pushback from them. However, there are scientists who have their own ideas how civilizations can travel to other stars. And what they're saying, my idea is better than your idea. So let's just stick with my idea and forget about your idea. So yes, that's, of course, there's always some kind of politics. There's some people, they like their theories better than your theories. Yes, there's people like that. Definitely, they will be saying, let's just forget about it. Let's just look for something else. But what I'm proposing in my paper, extraterrestrial civilizations, they choose how to migrate to other planetary systems. We cannot choose for them, which is why any theory that proposes different ways how they can travel from one planetary system to another, we should consider what kind of technosignature they can create and look for them. Because when we expand our search, we have better chances to find them. Instead of arguing, which method should we choose and which one we should just throw away.
Yeah. Let me ask you this, and it's just a wild thought I'm thinking of. If let's say that we didn't evolve from this planet, could this explain how we got to Earth? There's lots of theories. Did we evolve from naturally through Darwinism, or were we transported here from maybe another planet? Is that something that you've entertained as well? That this could be a theory on how we got here?
Are you asking about humankind or?
I'm asking about humankind.
Humankind. Well, I would say I don't have enough information about this. In terms of, we humans are very much adapted to this planet, which means if we would be delivered from somewhere else, we would have some kind of difficulty adapting to this environment. And we are sort of like natural to this environment. Which means the question where we originated, I really would not be able to answer. We can propose different kind of theories, but they would require more research and more studies just to see if it's our home world, our environment. To me, it looks like it's our home world environment. But what you're talking about, panspermia, theories of simple life forms delivered to planets, they're actually research. It was published, I think, last year in 2021, where scientists were, and you can find it in references in my research paper, where scientists actually proposing that simple life forms, they can be delivered from one planetary system to another planetary system using natural means of transportation, and they can actually seed life on other planets. So for simple life forms, the ideas of transferring from one planet to another, that's been around for a long time.
Do you believe that humans may use this form of transportation, free-floating planets, to maybe migrate in the future, especially if we keep hearing how climate change is going to make it inhabitable here one day? Would this be the future of humankind, possibly?
Well, that would be one of the ways to escape from the solar system. So if you look, I have images there. Can you show those images?
We're going to be showing them while you're talking. Yep. Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. Yes, so there's image, I believe, number. So let's look at image number 1. Can you bring image number 1, please?
Got it.
Okay, I cannot see it.
Yeah, you won't see it in this room, but it's on the live stream.
Okay. So if you look at image number 1, it's the Oort cloud. So this is the very outer region of our planetary system. And the idea is that free-floating planets, if there are very many of them, they can actually pass through the Oort cloud, which means we can use, if you look at image number 2, 3, and 4, No, I'm sorry, 3, 4, and 5. So image 3 shows you one of those objects in the inner cloud object. It's called Sedna. Image number 4, it shows its orbit. And image number 5 shows another object, which is called the Goblin. So that one actually goes all the way to more than 2,000 astronomical units into the Oort cloud, which means if you look at those images, the orbits of Sedna object and the Goblin object, they can get as close as 65, 75 astronomical units to the sun, which means when humankind is advanced enough, it can travel from the, let's say, orbits of giant planets to Sedna or the Goblin, and they can actually get a ride on them into the Oort cloud. And then, for example, if there's a free-floating planet passing by, then they can basically hitch a ride on it. They can just transfer from Sedna or from the Goblin to the free-floating planet. And with that, please, let's go to image number 2. Can you see the image number 2?
Yeah, we're going to have that up while you're talking. It's up.
Okay, so there's, well, I would need to see it too.
Well, we're getting to the end of the segment, but I want to bring you back on one of our.
Well, I just wanted, that's important.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
So it shows you 2 articles published by Dr. Lincoln and Dr. Loeb. Dr. Loeb, you probably heard about him. He's famous for proposing that Oumuamua is interstellar space. So this is his paper, and in this paper, if you look at image number 2, he wrote in the introduction specifically, let me read it for you. Free-floating planets might also be capable of hosting life, especially in subsurface environments. And there are a number of research staying the same. So free-floating planets may have oceans, which can be very beneficial for us to use if humankind decide to travel. So that's what Dr. Loeb wrote in his research paper. And his other research paper, Subsurface Exolife. So I put a quote in image number 2. In the bottom, there is a quote, which is saying, so Dr. Lincoln and Dr. Loeb, they estimate based on research that there may be more than 30 free-floating planets with their size more than 1/3 size of Earth, 30 times the total number of stars in the galaxy, which means from there they make conclusion that right now we can have a free-floating planet located at a distance from 2,000 to 20,000 astronomical units from the sun, which is 2,000 is actually the inner edge of the Oort cloud. So basically, according to Dr. Loeb and his research, there are 30 times of these planets than the number of the stars. And as of right now, one of them, he said, we estimate that the free-floating planet, this object, may be a distance of 2,000 astronomical units from the sun, which is in the inner region of the Oort cloud. So if the number of them is great, they may pass through the Oort cloud maybe every 10,000 years or 100,000 years, maybe more frequent. And if you use Sedna or the Goblin object, traveling from the inner solar system and to the Oort, into the Oort cloud in the future, humankind can actually then get to the Oort cloud and transfer to passing by a free-floating planet. Otherwise, it can be ejected using a special propulsion system. That's if this civilization is advanced enough, and they can actually use propulsion systems. Incredible.
I mean, I've got so many questions. We're going to continue this discussion because we're going to get you on one of our other shows because I've got way more questions for you. Irina Mullins, physics and astronomy professor with HCC. We appreciate you joining us, talking about cosmic hitchhikers. We're going to bring you back, all right? So thank you for being here, and I look forward to talking with you in the future.
Thank you, bye.
Thanks, Irina. All right, we're going to take you out from the cosmics to Greece. What a show. We're going to go out to Greece right now. Parrish, you've got a special guest who's doing an Artist-in-Residency right now.
From the cosmos to Greece, we have Katherine Fields. She's the division chair of HCC's Visual Arts Department, who is on sabbatical in Skopelos, Greece, doing an Artist-in-Residency program. Katherine, welcome to the show.
Thank you. Thank you. Good to be here.
Let's begin right off the top. Why are you in Greece and in Skopelos in particular?
Well, I'm in Greece because I'm continuing to produce work, primarily in Skopelos, because the residency is focused on primarily on printmakers. As you can see behind me, these are printing presses. The foundation, the Skopelos Art Foundation, was actually founded by Gloria Carr, who is a printmaker who studied at Pratt Institute. And so she created a space for printmakers in Greece. And so I'm here because this is a very, how can I put it? I'm very lucky to be here and to be selected to print here. It's very prestigious to be selected for this residency. But also too, my artwork, one of the themes of my artwork is that I use pomegranates. And so it was really exciting to come to Greece to explore and look into the pomegranates meaning more as it applies to my own personal work. So I've actually been cutting open pomegranates grown here in Greece and looking at them and working with them. So nothing quite like being in the place where the fruit originates and where the myth of Persephone originates.
Awesome. Now, what is a residency for artists? And what makes this residency outside of print different than others?
Mm-hmm. Well, a residency for artists is an opportunity for artists to go and to travel to different countries or to different parts of the United States, and where you work with other artists and you kind of give each other feedback, but you have 24-hour access to a studio where you can work. So being on sabbatical has allowed me to really come here and do that. But what makes an artist residency here in particularly special is that I am actually here along with two other artists with whom I am working with, and I'm going and working with in clay as well as printmaking. And those two artists is Jill Foote Hutton from Kansas City, Missouri, and Carol Epp from Saskatchewan, Canada. And so the three of us have been here at the residency working together, collaborating together, and really getting together and expressing our ideas and working that way. So it's really great that we've had this opportunity to also interact with our artisans here in Skopelos. As a matter of fact, the necklace I'm wearing was made by a local jeweler. I found a stone of basalt and quartz on the beach, and he made me a necklace. So we've been actually working with independent local craftspeople and bringing them into our residency experience.
Wow, that's great. Now, what have you done and seen so far in Greece?
Oh, goodness gracious. So when I first arrived, I arrived in Athens. And so I sent you guys a picture of me at the Acropolis in front of the Parthenon. And so, of course, I explored there. But since I've been here in Skopelos, I've actually visited a monk at a monastery. He's a potter. And I was very fortunate to go into his pottery studio and purchase some of his pots, but get to chit chat and have coffee with him. Carol, one of our potters, actually went back up to the monastery and helped him throw pots one afternoon. I've also been exploring the beaches, and actually swimming in the Aegean has inspired a lot of my prints along the pomegranates, the colors and things of that nature. I've snorkeled, I've seen a lot of fish, but I've also eaten the wonderful food. But primarily for me, what's been really fantastic about being in Greece is the people here. They're lovely. They're really wonderful people. They're very open. As a matter of fact, now I've been here long enough that when they see me, they wave and say hello to me. They say, Yasa, Katherine, as opposed to Yasa. So they know me now. So it's really exciting to be kind of brought into the neighborhood, so to speak, and everyone is knowing who I am, which is really fun.
That is. Now, why is it important for faculty to apply for a sabbatical?
Well, for me, it was really important, and I wanted to share that point with everyone, is that as a community college, it's a rarity for a community college to offer sabbatical for faculty. And so I really think it's important for us to, especially even as a division chair, to be faculty, to really reach out, do our research, take the time, because it really feeds back in a very positive way to our students. We do take that experience on with us into our curriculum, and we apply it into the way we manage and work in the classroom, as well as within our programs and with the institution as a whole. So if anyone's watching, I really encourage you to apply for a sabbatical, to take that time to do the things that you need, because ultimately we as an institution at HCC, we will all soar because of these experiences you have on sabbatical.
Great. I'm going to encourage Todd right after the show. Now, what are some of the plans that you have for the work that you're making right now?
Right. So part of my sabbatical proposal was to create a solo exhibition for the work. And so I will exhibit the work that I made here and during my sabbatical on display at one of the HCC art galleries at one of our campuses. And then I will also have, and then I'll take the work to my art gallery that represents me in Paris, France. And then they will show that work eventually down the road. I will try to also get other exhibitions, but I'm hoping that the exhibition will, when it is hung at one of the galleries at HCC, that the students will have an opportunity to see my concept all the way through, and to kind of see how a faculty member does get the opportunity to go out and explore and do research. So that's what I'm really excited about, to see what the students and my colleagues think about the work that I was made during the time away.
And please let us know. We'd love to come and do a package on it and showcase your work and put it on the television station and our social media platforms. Now, after you leave Skopelos, you plan to do some sightseeing while in Greece. Where are you going to go in Greece?
Well, I like to think of it as research for...
Okay.
Well, I'm going to head, right. Well, I'm going to do more exploring and research. Well, I'm going to actually head to Crete, where I'm going to go to the palace there at Knossos, which is the origin of the myth of the Minotaur, and also to explore the palace there at Knossos in Crete, and then go up to Delphi and go to the archaeological museum there in Delphi, which is where the oracle. So I've been looking for my oracle this whole time. So hopefully I'll find a little bit more inspiration at the oracle at Delphi. And then once I do all that exploration, I will head back to Texas, where I'll continue to make the work, mount the work and frame the work and get it ready for the exhibition. And I'll return to work on August 15th.
Hey, Katherine.
So my sabbatical is pretty short. Yeah.
I wanted to jump in with a question. Let me with a question real fast. You're going to the palace at Knossos. I'm familiar with that. And when I spent some time in the islands there many years ago, one thing I found fascinating was they delve into the myth of Atlantis possibly being at one time Santorini. Now, you know, it went kind of against where Plato said it was, but you know, that's what they kind of led to believe. But the art was incredible. Have you delved into any of that history while you're there?
I have actually. As a matter of fact, I created an object. I included the image. I don't know if you included it, but I sgraffitoed into a plate, which was made with Greek clay, terracotta, and I sgraffitoed in the traditional black figure. So not only did I have been looking at it in all the archaeological museums, as well as I visited with a gentleman named Rhodes. I included an image of some of his work. So I've actually been interacting with a traditional Greek potter that does blackware. His family, it's 4 generations of Greek potters. So absolutely, yes. As a matter of fact, that was something that really brought me to it, was telling the story of the myths on the pottery. And so I'm hoping that with my prints, I'm telling the story of Persephone in a more contemporized way, and prints as well. But no, it's magical. The clay here, the clay body is incredible. And being able to do the black figure on there is quite enjoyable. For those of you that haven't taken art history, check it out. Black figure, red figure. There are different ways of adding a figure onto a vessel. But yeah, so my friends have made a lot of lekithoses, a lot of amphoras. So we're really diving into the ancient history there. We haven't found any ancient pottery shards on our journeys, but I have seen some around town. So
incredible. Sounds like a lot of fun out there. We're looking forward to catching up.
Well, do y'all want to see a quick shot of the Aegean?
Yeah, show us, because
cleared up.
The weather's not that great there right now. Show us.
Not today. No, but I'll give y'all a shot right quick. This is what I see every day.
Even bad weather looks
when I'm
good
in the
there.
studio. Let's see. So this is what I see every day when I'm in the studio.
Wow.
Talk about being inspiring. Yeah.
It's
absolutely gorgeous. So this is the Aegean. Yeah, it's quite gorgeous. So I'm very fortunate. So for any other artists that are watching, you can apply for the residency. Painters, potters, printmakers, you can apply.
Very, very cool. Katherine Fields, we thank you for joining us. Enjoy the rest of your sabbatical. I know we wanted to catch up with you, and you got some travels coming up, but we'll check in with you when you get back home.
Great. Thanks, guys.
Thanks, Katherine.
Stay cool in Houston.
All right.
Yeah, keep up the hard work.
Yeah, keep up the hard work over there.
Yeah.
That's sabbatical.
I've been painting. So awesome. I am. I'm working hard. All right. Bye, everyone.
Thanks, Katherine.
Bye-bye.
All right, Parrish, we got a few announcements to go through before we wrap up the show. Let's go ahead and get to a couple of them. One of them, STEM summer camps. They're coming up here at HCC, and we've got several of them involving Verizon, June 13th to July the 1st at HCC Southeast Campus, and then July 11th through 29th at Houston Baptist University. HCC's entrepreneurial initiatives teaming up with Verizon to launch 2 summer STEM camps to empower middle schoolers with next-gen technology. All right, let's get to our virtual DEI training because we've got those coming up later on in June as well.
Yeah, a virtual DEI professional development training and certificate program is gender equity. It happens 2 days and at 2 times. Morning session is 10 a.m. to noon, Tuesday, June the 21st. And afternoon session is 2:30 p.m. to 4 p.m. Wednesday, June the 22nd. We'll have a post for more information and the registration form after the show. Also, for the producers, for our future music producers, we have a summer audio workshop with HCC's David Sharma. This 4-weekend course will touch on music theory, creating beats, sampling, remixing, and using Ableton Live's session and arranging views. Now, this happens noon to 4 p.m. Saturdays through July the 9th, 16th, 23rd, and the 30th. HCC's new audio studio is at our North Forest campus. We'll have a link to register and for more information on our post after the show.
Okay, we're about to wrap up this show. We want to let everybody know that registration for fall 2022 is going on. You've got 5 ways to learn. All of them are available, from completely online to some hybrid courses to actual in-person classes on our campuses. Go to hccs.edu/apply right now, right this second, and make sure you register. Okay, speaking of David Sharma, his summer audio workshops, we'll be talking about them on Monday. He's going to be joining us on the show. And also it's Mental Health Monday.
Okay, good. I look forward to actually talking with David. I know with music being so, I guess, moved away from instrumentation, so many kids are into making beats and doing that nature. It'll be very interesting to talk about him because I know a lot of kids will be interested in it.
Yep. So if you want to check it out, check us out on Monday. I won't be here Monday, but you're here Monday, Parrish.
I will be here.
Yes, sir. Dr. Tony Arroyo Sutherland is going to be here as well. So y'all will be back on the show. I'll see y'all next week, but we'll be back live Monday morning, 10 a.m. for Up to the Minute.